So as Pier and Roberto, one of the co-founders of Lanzi, we were here 2 years ago to show to the students what we were doing. So we started leaving Ubisoft after almost 5 years working there on several console titles because we had the need to create something new, something that were only our, and to express more our creativity. So we created Lanzi. As I said at the beginning, we were just two, plus some ex-colleague that was working with us remotely. And we made some business-to-business application to pay our daily life, so the rent and the video games and the food. So in the meantime, we created Ship-Up. It was a game, platform game for iOS devices, so iPad and iPhone. We created the first version without a real knowledge of the industry, of the business around the game. So we just wanted to create our game. We created it in a easiest way possible, so as paying. We put it in the store. I don't know if some of you have ever seen it. Let's see if it works. Yeah. It's coming. This is the trailer of the second version that I will explain you how it. Okay, so that's the actual gameplay. So you have to control a ship that is always bouncing, and you have to do it with the tilt control of your device. We also added the control with the touch. This is the version where you can buy new ship suite, new power-ups, new coins to unlock level, new life, and so on. Yeah, this is the newest version with rewards. I will explain to you better how it is that you are seeing. It's also available for Android and BlackBerry, since a month. We are working on the Windows Phone 8 version. Yes. Okay. So we created the first version with 20 levels. It was a pay-to-play, so you had to pay 99 cents was. And then you have the whole game. You cannot spend more coins inside the game. What we had was a good feedback from press, from players, since we had good reviews on major website about iOS games. We had a lot of 5-star review. We had 4+ star rating. But we didn't sell so much. We made around 4,000 euros. That is not so bad, but it's not as good as expected, since we spent a lot of time and resources on the game. We were not salaried by any employer, so it was all from our pockets. Even the devices, the unit license, and so on, that are could seem small amount of money for companies, but for unemployed people are a lot of money. But what we what you see there is what we had as partners in the next year. So after the game came out the last June, so not this year but 2012, we tried to put it free for a day. We had 80,000 downloads in 24 hours. This thanks to the buzz in Twitter with the bots that usually spawn the price drops. And we had more reviews on websites, so we thought that maybe our game was quite good. We decided to apply to Game Founders, the first European startup accelerator dedicated only to gaming startup. We were lucky to win and to attend the program in Tallinn, in Estonia. So everybody asked where is Tallinn. It's near Helsinki. It's 100 kilometers by boat from Helsinki. It's a very cold place, but it's one of the coolest places I have been, where I've been. But I will explain you better also about the acceleration program Mind the Bridge that we won after Game Founders, and Pocket Gems that was our publisher for the second version of ShipUp. The second version of ShipUp is the one that you saw before in the trailer. We changed the business model from premium to freemium. This was not the better choice, but was a good training for us because we learned a lot of stuff. And I will say you what we learned. So it's great that the Windows sign because it's not up yet. Pocket Gems was our publisher for the game. We met them at the Game Connection in Paris. I'll explain you why we were there. They are a very big publisher that was mainly previously a developer. So we were one of the first company that they published. So we were really happy about that, but was also risky because they were new to new publishing deal. But we were quite happy about this opportunity. They are based in San Francisco. They make games like Tap Zoo, Tap Cave. It's not really our core game, I say. Yeah. What about the accelerator, Mind the Bridge and Game Founders? They provided us mentoring. I will show you better in detail who we met. Network that is really important when you have to build a startup. So you can, we had the chance, the opportunity to meet a lot of people all over from all over the game industry, scientists, businessmen, coders, artists, audio designer, and so on, that with us face-to-face. And have the chance to have some demo days where we presented our company, our games to investor, and publisher, and so on. So about the mentoring Game Founders, we met a lot of people that teached us a lot of tricks with a lot of humility. That's a thing that really impressed us because you can see here the last guy is the Ari Krutnian. I don't know if this is the pronunciation, but he's the sound designer of some of the Angry Birds title that simply were with us in a room, listening our music and giving us feedback about the music, about the audio without any problem, with all the humility that is not so easy to find in people usually. That's something that makes you feel, really proud of what you do. And also we were in the Grand Crew studio, that is a studio based in Helsinki. They are a bunch of guys, quite a few, maybe 30 or 40, yeah. They were super open with us, showing us their game, letting us showing them our games and collecting feedback. We had a barbecue that was super cool, and I mean, without any problem facing us that were and are beginners and not famous people and not I mean, with so much experience. Grazie. Silvio. Yeah, Livingston, I always forgetting the name. That is former president of ADOS, that simply talk with us, show us how they manage the brand of Tomb Raider, what they did, the story about Warhammer games, where he was involved, and a lot of cool stories. And then I had the chance to talk with us, ask what we want to do with our company, what were our needs, and so on. This was another super cool things. The other cool things, as I told before, was Tallinn. There are some shots in every sense. The left there is the office where we was working. This actually is our desk. We were 7 in this big desk with the other teams. This was something really cool because we were different startup from different country, but with the same problems, with the same aims. So we had the chance to talk each other, to test each other games, to hang out together. That was something really cool. Tallinn is a super cool town. I mean, probably one of the most cabled towns in Europe, if not even in the world. Free Wi-Fi everywhere, cheap food. I mean, we are Italian, so the food is not probably the best for us, but it was quite good. The people is really open when you met them. They are Nordic people, so they are robotic cold, but when they think they are fun. And as you can see the shot, because we usually go out together with other guys from the batch and drink together and have fun, because it's full of places where it's quite it's easy to have fun without a problem. You think we went a lot of time to dance, but without having people that was cramming us or punching us or whatever problem. Was really fun and cool. This was the daily life. We were together in a hostel that was super new and super cool. So it was a great adventure also as personally. The demo days, we had 4 demo days. The first one in Tallinn, there where we had the open space. The second one is the Slash in Finland, in Helsinki. The Slash is a conference that I never heard before. It's a conference for startup, but from every kind of field. But the cool thing is that there in Tallinn and Helsinki, the game industry is really crowded. You think at Rovio or Supercell or Grand Cru, Mountain Sheep, there are a lot of startups that create games that are famous and is probably because the mentality is really different. The mentality, the approach from the people and the government toward the games and the startups. We had the chance to be there for the party of Supercell in the night. That was something, I mean, free food, free drinks for everybody. It was maybe 1,000 people. Super cool. Then we went in the Game Connection in Paris, where we had the chance to meet a lot of people. Among them, there were.
It's for business. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a commercial event. it's just for businesses, so there are startups that develop their games, and there are publishers, or I don't know, we met very big publishers from Game to Pocket Gems to Bulky Peaks, and big name that you can meet everywhere. Yeah.
I mean, it is an event that is very important for the game industry, that I really encourage everybody to join. It is not easy because it's not so cheap, but if you can do it, because you have this chance to meet a lot of people, a lot of publishers that give you free feedback on your game, that you have this chance to make new partnership, or maybe you find someone that need a game and pay you to do it, but it is not depend on the kind of business you want to do on the games, but is related with all the world of games. Then we were in San Francisco for 10 days. We were also in Los Angeles. In San Francisco we had a demo day, as we had in Helsinki, Paris and Tallinn. What this means is like a presentation, like the one I'm doing here, but we're organizing from the accelerator with the guests that were publisher, interested people in games or investors, where we pitch our company, our games in order to find investors, to find publisher and what the startup need. In San Francisco we were guests from Game Dojo, that is a startup accelerator for games that is based there in San Francisco. That was a cool event also because we're not only startups from game founders, but there were also startups from there. So we had the chance to see how other startups pitch, which kind of games or business they propose, and so on. During these 3 months in Tallinn, and after the 3 months that Jacopo, one of the co-founders, had in San Francisco for the accelerator Mind Bridge, where he learned more the part of business of the startup. So we had the chance to have many contacts with a lawyer, with accountant, with the bookkeeper, and so on. That was really important for us. We released last June the new version of Shiba. You have an overview of what we thought. So the partnership with founders of Bridge, the two signs that you see in the graph are one about where we were at the beginning with the first version for free, and then where we are with the new version. So we got more than 700,000 downloads. Most of them primarily came from Google Play. This is because we were featured on Google Play Store for more than a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't remember. 2 weeks. Yeah, this was a great boost together with the cross promotion made by the publisher. That's all cool. Let's say we didn't make so much money. That's because the hard choice for us was creating the free-to-play version of Shiba, was create a good monetization system that we already know, but we faced it. That is not easy to create. It's not easy to have a system that combines well with your game. So the monetization were not so good. But anyway, we are proud about the downloads that are that match our milestone. I mean, we were also featured on BlackBerry Award. So that's where we are now. What we are doing is, I forget to say one thing. We welcome here, but we are not so far because we are in the talent garden. We had a space here in the Taje office, co-working space. And here we are working all together to the next game, that is Sleep Attack. Is tower defense with a new twist on the gameplay that I will show you. So probably it is better to play it than show you the video, so you can see. Okay, just something that I never did before.
Yeah, just plug in the keys.
Yeah. Okay, really. I sit down. So this is after we showed the game and blue party, but just the slide, and made some people play the early prototype. This is a version that you could define alpha. I don't know, there's not a real. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Basically the video with a lot of levels, so there are things that need to be animated, as you can see. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you can hear the audio. Okay, I'll show you not the first level, but okay, some more. Yeah, the
it's work in progress.
Click order, of course. Okay, that's the bug stuff. Okay, so this is the first menu. You have here the tower that you have at your disposal, right on the left. Then the tower that you can add, that you can choose. And in the bottom part, the power-ups. So but we can play with the default behavior. So what we have here is, okay, this is the special things of the game. So I'm touching it obviously. So yeah, Tao, how many of you know tower defense games?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, everybody. Good.
As you know, it's a genre that is pretty much static, because it's like a chess match. So we introduced this twist that make it more dynamic, because you can change how can you see the paths that are longer, smaller, shorter, and even the places where the towers that defends.
So you have to avoid that your the enemy will reach the center to wait your monster. So we have this twist that make you think in a new dimension. So you don't have a fixed path, but you have to deal with the enemy that came from different paths. And this is one advanced level where we have the path that is not so linear, and also you have to circle. Of course, we have different kind of enemy, different kind of tower. This is a boost. Okay, later I let you play the game. Who want, also to collect feedback, because it's okay. I didn't say before, but if you have any question, just raise your hand. That's no problem. Okay.
What game engine did you use?
We are using Unity.
Unity.
Yes. Unity, because it's the, I think, one of the obvious choice for indie games, for indie gamers. Is easy to use for develop, is with a huge base of user and community that can help you with a lot of problems that you can have in development, and also is cheap compared with the quality that can provide you, and also it's easy to port on other devices. If you are a small team, probably it doesn't work to spend time and energy to create your own framework, your own system, because it's really time consuming and really risky if you don't have, the time. I mean, if you can say, okay, I have 2 years to make this game, okay, maybe it could be a good choice. Otherwise, probably not. Okay. Okay, so this is the game. Going forward, there are different paths, different environment, different enemy. I don't know even if already this that I'm showing you. If you can see that there are really rough the paths. We have different types of towers here. So if you can see here, the complexity level is really increasing. So it's really mind-blowing sometimes. Okay. Anyway, my fault that I didn't introduce you, Silvio and Fede, that are programmers here with me in university. So if you have any technical questions also, you can reply. So, or non-technical as well. Okay. So here there was the video, but we had something better. So the 2 business model, we saw that was not so good, the monetization system we had on Shiba. This is because we also see that a freemium model is something really hard to achieve as good business model, because it's really based on the data collected from players, and you had to build before a good monetization system and then build around that again. I mean, this is my 2 cents opinion. It's not the truth. I know that people can do it, not me. So we choose the premium model for sleep attack. That means that the player will pay to download the game as a normal game. The player can finish the game with what they have. Is full of features. We give just the choice to the players that want to boost up or want to finish a level that they are not good enough to complete, or they didn't have time to spend to complete it, to buy some power-ups to help the player to finish the game. So that's the model that we applied in sleep attack. So how we will go, who knows? Probably we will let you know next time. And that's it. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the speech, and if you have any questions, we are here. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.